So I just replaced this lower control arm, and as I'm turning this, the rotor's definitely bent, but I think the spindle is bent as well. If you can see, it should not be that uneven as opposed to this side, which is even. So on that note, that changes everything. Unfortunately, I just put this all back together, and now I need to see if I got the spindle, because I don't think I do. So I guess I'm gonna have to dig further into it, because that is not right. All right, there's the culprit. Bent spindle shaft. I don't know if you can see how crooked that thing is. It's definitely not straight. So obviously they hit something. I just pounded it out, thinking I was just gonna replace this, but I did have a whole spindle set up, so I went ahead and just changed it all. Got the headlight all polished out. If you guys need to get the haziness off your headlight, or you guys need to remove some small scratches, I definitely recommend using this Mother's Mag and aluminum polish. And just put some on a paper towel, wipe it in, smear it around on there, and then get yourself a buffing pad for your drill and go ahead and just hit it a few times, and it'll come out a lot better looking than it was. Definitely if it's hazy, this works great. If it's slightly scratched, it works great also. And then I'm gonna go ahead and touch up the frame today. I got it all taped off, so I'm gonna touch this up, clear coat it, and then as far as the carb goes, I usually go with the high caliber. It's a lot better quality. It's not OEM, but it is definitely better quality. I never had an issue with that. As far as these carb kits go that come in these little plastic cases, I've used many of them and never had any issues. But I know somebody was in this carb, and my guess is they probably bent the tab a little bit on the float as well. So I constantly had to take it out, bend it back, put it back in, run it, see if it worked. I did it like 3 or 4 times, pulling that carb out, running it. But I'm gonna paint this up today, touch up the side of the frame here, probably from this knuckle here down to the bottom here, and then clear it. And then I will put this thing back together, clean the airbox, and we should be able to get this thing up and running for this weekend, put on the market, clean it up a little bit more, and kind of go from there. One more coat of blue, and then we'll go ahead and give it some clear. Alright, let's get a coat of clear on there. And that should be good. Let that dry. You definitely see it makes a difference. All right, here's the finished product. Basically just painted from up here all the way down, blended it in down here. So that is the factory blue. If you guys are looking for paint for these bikes, Color Right makes all the colors for you. This is the blue I got for this bike. So that is the color code for the blue. This is the color code if you have the red frame. And if you have the gray frame, this is the color code for the gray frame. This is a 2-ounce bottle. I think there's like 20 bucks each, somewhere around there, but Colorite has all the needs for your paint. Man, I just get a can of clear spray paint just from the hardware store, Home Depot, whatever, and then just blast it on there rather than just doing it with the airbrush. It just goes a lot quicker. Plus it's already taped off, so it's good to go. So that one is ready to go, and I'll put this back together tomorrow and get this thing going out the door. All right, let's get this chain adjusted. So I'm gonna need to back these off. These are always tight. That should be enough. Go ahead and clean this up. And then always leave yourself some play, because when you sit down, it's going to get tighter. Let's forward a little bit. That should do. I'll go ahead and tighten those back up. And we'll lube it up a little later. So just kind of go on a diagonal pattern to tighten these up. They got even pressure on it. And just make sure your back one's tight too. You don't want this slacking off. So that is that. That is the chain. I'll lube that up later. Get this thing down, clean the air box out, put the back plastics on, and fill it with coolant this time. And get it finally cleaned up a little bit more, and then We'll get this thing put back together. I'm gonna leave the side panels off, I think, for now, by the gas tank. That way I can do the carb if I need to do it again. I'm not 100% positive, certain on that carb. So I do have another kit coming and another float coming just in case. If I don't use it, I'll just hang on to it. So let's get this thing down. As you can see, this air box is absolutely filthy. So I'm gonna pull the air filter out of there. Air filter looks fine, but I'm gonna clean that box out. I mean, it's all full of oily dirt, so nobody wants to see that when they're buying a bike. So let's go ahead and clean that out. Screwdriver. This thing's in upside down anyway. Someone didn't know how to put it in there. That should be the other way. That goes like that. I wonder if there's even, I'm sure there's a cage in there because this has got to sit into something. Yeah, there's a cage in there. The air filter looks new. That's definitely not right. That should be all the way over this part, and it is nasty down there. That is for sure. Yeah, the thing's definitely gonna need to be oiled up. Got a little bit of oil on there, and I think most of the oil is down in here. So let's get this crap out of here. I don't even know what all this crap is. It looks like, I don't even know. I want to say it's the filter oil. With some more paper towels cleaning these things out. Should have just took it off when I had it off pretty much and just washed it out, but a little late now. I'm not gonna pull it all back apart just to do it, so. We'll get it clean though. Wipe most of it out of there than I can, and then we'll go back with some brake clean and clean it out for good. So I'm gonna put you guys down because you guys are just gonna start shaking on here, so. All right, so I got this all cleaned out. All that red stuff was just all the oil from the filter just dripped off. So I kind of massaged it around because it was kind of heavy on that side there. So I don't think it needs any more oil, but got that back in there correct. So I'm gonna deal with this wiring, getting the plastic back on, get this battery in there, and hopefully we can button this thing up today because I've been kind of procrastinating, but all it's gonna do is get hotter out, so I need to get this thing on the road or up on the market, so let's get to it. All right, I'm gonna figure out this wiring because I don't believe they have it going through the right way. So I'm just gonna drop this down for now. Set this down right here for a second. And we'll disconnect this because I don't no way the wiring is all down there, then I can figure that out. Because it all just either goes through the hole or goes up through the front. So. I do believe this stuff, the positive cable is going to go through here, and the negative will just go through the side hole. So let's get all this tucked up here. Get this started. I need to clean that brake fluid out first. Let's do that real quick. So get that brake fluid changed, and then I'll come back. All right, let's get this plastic back on, get the battery in, and go from there. So if I'm not mistaken, this harness goes up through the plastic, the negative comes up through this hole. So put this in there, and then this just gets set up here, I do believe. Which way is this wiring going? Go this way. That's where it'll go. And then it should just go this way, but let me go check my bike, see which way that's going. Green, and go, I'm going to take this off. Well, you're right, it's the green. It looks like it just goes all up through here, but I'm going to go down and snap a little bit low. Yeah, I'm going to have to take this off because this is on wrong. So, that. Taken off and put on wrong. So let's just go through there. Like so. Back down. And then this is going to get plugged back in. And then this just sits up here in this little plastic tabs like so. And then the negative is going to come through this hole. Through there. And then we need to plug, let's go back down. Gets plugged in down there. All right, so that should be good. And this will be negative. Positive will swing down here. Get this under there. Put it around here. Actually, let's put this negative under all this wiring. Just under that. It should be for the negative. And then positive will we'll swing back over here. Put that in, and I can get the battery in there. Battery. Put the little bolts in there. Usually just stick these in there a little bit for now. That way when you stick it in, they don't fall out and you're pulling the battery back out, chasing those things down. All right. Battery. Now we'll go ahead and hook up the positive. Get a screwdriver. For some reason I smell battery acid. It's not leaking, I don't think so. Kind of got a sulfury smell, so hopefully that doesn't lead to a problem. Interesting. And let's get the negative on. Get a socket for that. Should be a 10. All right, so that is all taken care of. Back to the way it should be. Break my tail light when I'm switching on there. All right, let's get this all bolted down. And let's give this a little run first. I don't know why people always put this on wrong. It says forward right on there, so a little hard to mess that up, but it happens. And also, right, let's get the, should be for bolts besides the lower here, back fender, get those in. fine. All right, that is that. I'm gonna go and get this thing up, get some coolant in here. Need to back the truck out so I can keep the garage door open. But I think that is it for now. So yeah, let's get some coolant on this thing. All right, running good now. Filling up the coolant. Start this thing up, make sure she continues to run. It's running good. Gotta warm up a little bit. Gas I got left in this thing. Probably need to go get some. I'm getting pretty low there. I'll have to go get some clean, fresh fuel. So I don't want to put that stuff back in there. So I'm just gonna hang off on the grips, but I'm gonna go ahead and wash her down real quick. Another wash, and we'll call it good. We'll get her on the market along with the 250 I got, and go from there.